Assalamualaikum sir. A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to the Filter Check Sulam. This session is a campus-wide awareness initiative aimed at promoting digital responsibility and ethical engagement in online spaces. So today's discussion is entitled Oversharing versus Privacy on social media. This session is organized under the Sulam framework and to reach academic learning with community engagement, particularly in addressing contemporary digital challenges faced by university students.
Now we are honored to welcome our distinguished invited speaker, Sir Muhammad Nasrul Faiz bin Abdul Azhar.
Yes, correct.
Sir currently serves as a thesis lecturer at University Polytechnic Malaysia, UPTM, under the Faculty of Education, Social Sciences and Humanities. He holds a master's degree in digital media from the University of Sussex, United Kingdom,
Correct.
and possesses professional experience in advertising and journalism. Beyond academia, Sir Faiz is also a recognized digital influencer, digital content creator, and he was awarded the Personality Online Popular, right? And at the Anugerah Bintang Popular Berita Harian in 2014, and has collaborated with prominent organizations such as McDonald's, Maxis, Shell, and also Astro. His combined expertise in digital media, academia, and industry engagement provides valuable insights into today's discussion. Sir, we sincerely thank you for joining us today.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me as well.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to our questions.
Sure.
Sir, to begin our discussion, how would you academically define the concept of oversharing in today's digital culture? And additionally, how it's actually differ like compared to what we call it self-expression,
All right.
oversharing and self-expression.
Oversharing and self-expression. Right. First, we have to establish the fact that social media is a platform that is there for us to share our experience, to communicate, to socialize, and everything. It has become sort of like a very integral part of our daily life, right? So the moment we wake up until the moment we sleep, we scroll on social media non-stop, right? Now, there's a thing called sharing and oversharing, like you mentioned just now. Now, in my opinion, oversharing is a process of a person sharing something that is too personal without realizing the fact that it could bring harm, it could be potentially dangerous to not just oneself but to other people as well. All right, sharing is fine. I do it all the time. In fact, I believe all of us do it
Yes.
like on a daily basis, right? Sometimes we go on Instagram and we post something that we ate just now and where we are going and so on. But it could become very dangerous when you are sharing personal stuff, something that is too personal, something that could bring harm, like I said, to you and to other people as well. That is oversharing, and the other one is self-expression. Self-expression, healthy self-expression. This is something that that's it's not a problem, to share things that you do on social media. That is what social media is created for, all right, for you to share something. But you have to remember that not everything needs to be shared on social media. You have to put that in your mind whenever you go online. Always make sure that, think about it. Is it okay for me to post this or is it not? If you know if it's going to be a problem later on, then that is what we call oversharing. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for that insightful sharing. So moving on to our next question. In your observation, do university students have possesses a clear understanding of privacy within digital environments?
Okay. Do you?
I
Being students
think
yourself?
some of them maybe.
Yes and no.
I think I understand it to a certain degree, which is like we know common sense.
Yeah.
We shouldn't like in privacy and like let's so already said uh, in this digital culture in today's age. In my opinion, I think like oversharing has been like something that many people slowly don't realize how
Important it
yes,
is.
important it is.
True, true. Now, the thing is, I believe most students they do understand about this issue, but to just to one extent only. All right, they understand, but they don't really practice it. Okay, because if I were to ask you guys, do you know about privacy and so on? I'm sure you guys would answer yes, of course we do, and so on. But the bigger question is, do you really practice it? Like, as I mentioned just now, if you were to post something on social media, do you stop and think what would happen in 5 years? Is this thing that I'm sharing on social media, is it going to bring something negative to the future me,
Yes.
or not? All right. So yes, this is a very interesting topic and very interesting issue for us to discuss because it's something that we do on a daily basis, something that we don't really realize how important it is, oversharing and so on. So yeah, I believe the students here, especially in UPTM, they understand and they realize the importance of privacy issues and so on. But the bigger question is, do they really do something about it? Right. So
Yes.
it's good for you guys to have this kind of program to actually let them know how important it is.
Okay, so I do agree with you. So, since like if they share something that is immoral, it would be like a digital footprint for
Correct,
them
correct. Digital
in
footprint.
digital environments. So moving on to
If I
our
may add, you were talking about digital footprint, right?
yes.
When I did my master back in UK, University of Sussex, that was the topic of my choosing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you have to remember, this is back in 2014 when I did my master. So it's been a long time. Yeah, more than 10 years. We are still talking about this digital footprint. And based from my research back then, I totally agree with what you said just now. When it comes to digital footprint, you have to remember that whatever things that you post on social media is going to be there forever. It's
Yes.
permanent, so you cannot do anything about it.
You have like any experience regarding that?
Of course, of course. I used to be young like you guys as well. So I posted things that I regretted. But at the end of the day, it's all about learning. But one thing that I have to say that I'm lucky because I got famous 10 years back. So as compared to now people are in Gen Z punya language more savage lah.
Yeah.
So they like to spill the tea and so on. Back then when I was at my peak, everyone was a bit mellow, so I was say lah, more calm and so on. Yeah. Huh?
Okay.
Low key, yes, correct.
Okay, so moving on to the second segment, which will be on student behavior and digital culture. So that was very interesting experience you shared. So based on what you have just explained, I'd like to ask from your experience as an educator, what factors typically influences students to overshare personal matter on social media platform?
All right. So what are the reasons why they do this? Sharing personal things on social media. Well, I'm not just talking about students. This apply to us adults as well. There are few reasons why. First is to feel validated. Right? This
Yes.
does not only apply to you guys, but to us as well. Dah tua pun sama. It's the same thing. You want to feel validated, especially in the world of social media. Alright? So you want to feel special. Right? So if you were to post the same thing as everybody else, so you are going to be just like everybody else. But these people who post, who overshare and so on, they want to feel special. They want to feel validated. So when people see something that they post is a little bit out there, it's a bit different. Oh, bagus lah you punya post ini. Betul ke ni, and so on. So they feel like, oh, I'm special. So that's the kind of validation that they seek for. Alright, so first is validation. Second is something I'm sure that you guys know, fear of missing out. Or
Yes, FOMO.
FOMO, yeah. So everyone is riding on the trend train, orang kata lah. Alright, trend train. So whenever there's a trend, they want to follow, they want to be part of it. If you go on threads, I notice when it comes to oversharing, there are some people who screenshot their bank statement, how much they are earning and so on, and put it there without realizing that that is confidential. It's not something that you should share. It's about your income, right? A lot of things, negative thing could follow from that. Bad people could
Attract scammers.
exactly. All right. But when you feel like, oh, if I don't do this, people would know how much I'm earning. I might feel FOMO and so on. So they would follow and jump into this bandwagon. So it's not good. So first is validation, and I think the second one is fear of missing out. Right. So that applies to you guys, students, as well as us adults as well.
So I think the answer is like relate to my next question, which is how do social media platforms actually shape the students' perceptions toward validation, like you just mentioned, visibility and self-worth. Like, how do actually is social media make the students' perceptions towards this social media? How do actually they shape the students' perception?
Okay, nowadays social media has become how do I put this?
Something really important.
It is important, yes.
Like important or like something just following
Cannot-
the trend, something.
Cannot left out.
Yeah, like I mentioned, fear of missing out, YOLO, and so on, right? All those things. But another important part of social media is it has become terlalu, what do you say? How do you say it in English?
Sebati.
Bukan. It's like it's too numbered now. To put it in a way, let me explain. Like
Number.
it all revolves around numbers. That is what I want to say. Like if you don't have a big followers, you are nobody.
Yes.
If you don't get enough engagement, you are nobody. So everybody strives to be to be famous, to be to have spotlight on them. Alright, so that's the reason why I think a lot of students they go into the dark side of sharing and so on, because they want to get the numbers, right? Even among friends, sometimes you post something on social media, if you get lesser like than your friends, you might feel, oh, what's wrong with my post? Is it not good? So you try to up yourself to do something even more outrageous just to get the numbers, engagements.
It's a very interesting way of like explaining the definition of perceptions for students. But yeah, the validation and visibility and self-worth, the way that students see those have been like changed because of social media.
Visibility and
Self-worth.
validation, self-worth, and
Visibility.
visibility. Yes, of course. Let's take one for an example. Self-worth. Self-worth, right? Like I mentioned just now, do you feel yourself is worth it?
I do feel
You do?
that I'm a bit on introvert side.
Introvert side,
So
okay.
I don't post much and I'm very, very private.
Very private. Now, imagine if you were to post something on social media and you don't get a like at all, like zero like, how do you feel?
I would feel offended and sad.
Yes,
Even
that's what I said. Nowadays, those numbers equals to all the yes, sort of. So if you have zero like zero numbers, then your self worth become
low.
low. Right? Same goes to visibility, and the other one just now, what you
Validation.
validation as well. So it's all about numbers. It's a number game on social media. The bigger your views, the higher your views, your number of likes and so on, that translates to a higher self-worth, bigger validation, and higher visibility and so on. Right? So that is the problem nowadays. People don't really see quality anymore. They just see numbers, especially
Yes, true.
students,
They
right?
just do anything as long as they can get those numbers.
Yeah, betul, correct.
Um, okay, so let's move on to our next segment,
Sure.
which is ethics, boundaries, and responsibility. I think this is going to be focused more on like oversharing part.
Mm.
So, at what stage does oversharing become ethically problematic, and particularly when it involves other individuals? You can like give if you have an experience regarding that.
Okay, sure. Now, now there's stages there: sharing, oversharing, and extreme oversharing, in my opinion. Like you could share anything. Oversharing, that is when it becomes a little bit dangerous, and extreme oversharing when it harms yourself and others as well. Okay, so in my opinion, based on my experience as well, okay, of course, I've been around social media for the past 11 years, and I've seen a lot of stuff. Okay, one case that I can give to you as an example is a friend of mine. Okay, she was a student at my university as well, University of Sussex. So you could say that she's intelligent, she's smart, but she got into she was one of the victim of online scam.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so she lost about 10,000 ringgit. Okay,
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
And is it like since when this happened?
This happened few years ago. All right, so this happened few years ago. So what happened was, the reason why she got scammed was she's very into social media. She likes to post stuff and so on. And happens that one day she accidentally posted her details, her phone number and her address. So the scammer got in touch with her, say he was from this badan kerajaan and so on, and she it's the normal scam that you hear on social media, like oh okay, you have to pay this certain amount of, because of otherwise you cannot do this and so on. Imagine someone as an intelligent as she is, being highly educated, overseas educated, still menjadi mangsa of this scam. Because why? At the end of the day, it's because of oversharing, right? So that harms herself, and not just herself, the whole family as well. When that happened, they had to ask for help, monetary help, and she even asked for my help to help her. And then when I was a journalist back then, right? So I'm used to this kind of cases. So I asked her, orang kata interrogate dia lah, interrogate dia, and I asked her what's the reason of this, and then the real story is, at the end of the day, it's because of oversharing.
Like after you interpret you get the details, it's actually because of oversharing.
Oversharing.
That's why the scammers get all of those
Yeah.
information.
People might not realize that sometimes like I mentioned, everything that is posted online, it's permanent. And then another thing, sometimes we tend to be oblivious about what we post on social media. Oh, this is nothing lah, post without realizing that nothing could be turned into something if it falls in the wrong hand. And then thirdly is, a lot of people, they don't realize that the culture of recording and screenshot. All right. Nowadays, one of the most famous features on social media is stories, right? IG stories, things yang 24 jam je. So sometimes we tend to, okay, it's nothing, it's gonna be gone in 24 hours. But a lot of people, they don't realize that you can screenshot and screen record those stuff. So if you were to post something sensitive on stories, thinking, oh, it's not going to be
Long.
yeah, it's not going to be there forever. You have to remember that there are people out there that is going to take advantage.
So
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't do like anything that could, just show even part of your private life.
Betul. What's the point? Kan? What's the point? All right.
Okay, so I do appreciate that point. To continue our discussion, the next question: how can educators guide students in establishing healthy digital boundaries without discouraging open communication?
How can educators?
As guide students in establishing healthy digital boundaries.
Okay. All right. So how do they tell the students? Yeah, you can still post stuff, but you can you need to be careful. Is that correct?
Yes, be
Alright.
mindful.
Yes. First of all, educators like myself, we have to be literate in this digital world. You yourself, as someone that the student should look up to, you should equip yourself with knowledge about social media, security, ethics, and so on. Now, if you are good in digital literacy, what you need to do then is to pass down that knowledge to your students. Okay. But unfortunately, I'm not going to say all, but there are lecturers who don't think that social media is important. They don't really have social media accounts. They are not really familiar with all this stuff, technology, and so on.
They themselves don't engage much in it.
Exactly. Yeah, because they are from different generations, right? So I have to say that this is this needs to be changed, right? You yourself first have to educate yourself and then pass down the knowledge to students. Okay, one thing that you need to tell the students is it's okay, it's good, go out to the world and share your feelings, self-expression and so on,
Communication.
open communication, but always remember that like we discussed, whatever you post is going to be permanent. So think, in 5 years time, whatever that I post now, is it going to be beneficial or is it going to bring harm to me in the next 5 years? And then I always tell people, since I've been around social media for a long time, you should always have what you call that, a gatekeeper. Okay, a gatekeeper. It could be your close friends. Okay, if you feel like posting something on social media and you are unsure whether it's okay or not, go through with your gatekeeper first. All right, Hazira. Do you think, is it okay if I post this on my social media? All right, Afka, what do you guys think? Is it okay for me to post this? If let's say one of your friends say, I don't think so, I think it's going to be a little bit sensitive, then don't. Right, you need to have these gatekeepers, people that you trust, okay, just to stop you from posting things that you might regret later. Yeah.
I think those people could be family.
Exactly. Well, family in my case, not really the case lah. Sebab there are things that you don't you are okay to share with friends instead of family.
Yes.
Betul tak?
Betul.
Takkan nak cerita pasal boyfriend dekat mak kot. Example lah contoh. Right, but yes, of course, your family, your close friends,
It could
even
be-
your teachers, your educators, we are here to help you.
Maybe
So,
it can be siblings or cousins
yes,
in family
correct, correct.
context.
Anyone that you are comfortable sharing with.
Okay. So moving on to our fourth segment, this is something to do with Sulam perspective and community engagement. So how does addressing issues such as oversharing and privacy through a Sulam platform differ from conventional classroom instruction?
Okay. I think this program Sulam is a little bit more hands-on. Something that it involves people, like what we are doing right now. You could get the same information on what we are discussing right now on the internet and paste it wherever you want. But the fact that you come and seek feedback from me and having this discussion, it shows it's even better than just doing finding research and so on. It's more hands-on. We could get an actual discussion from actual people. Okay. In contrast, if you were to have the normal lecture in class and so on, I'm not going to say that it won't work 100%. Yes, it still could work, but I'm a student as well. Right now, I'm doing my PhD. So I understand both sides of the coins, being an educator and being a student. I prefer to be out there doing stuff instead of hearing lecture in class. So I think it's good for you guys to have this kind of program, Sulam, to go out and do stuff like doing podcasts, because this kind of I would say soft skills are important later on when you are working with you are in the working space, right? Your boss might ask you, siapa sini tahu buat podcast? Now you have the experience. Siapa sini pernah jadi host, MC? Yes, you now have experience, right? So not just in a sense of talking about our topic of oversharing and so on, but the fact that you guys are doing this is also a good initiative as well, I'd say.
I do agree with you, sir. So differ from classroom instruction only. Other people that is not students also can benefit from this kind
Yes,
of
correct. I
platforms.
believe this will be posted on
Yes,
YouTube.
on YouTube.
So see, it's not just for you guys, the six of you, not just for me, but it could reach potentially a bigger audience
Yes.
once it's put on YouTube. So compared to if we were to do this in a
Classroom setting.
classroom, just the six of us. But now you could get a bigger audience, so that's good.
Uh, and then to my next question,
Hmm.
in what ways can community-driven projects such as this podcast cultivate responsible digital citizenship among students? Like create a knowledgeable and students have a very good responsibility towards digital citizenship. Is this podcast like in what ways?
Okay. Two ways. First, as the creator, like you guys, and then secondly, as the viewers. Okay, as the creator, right now, the fact that you guys are doing this podcast, you obviously did your own research about the topic. Indirectly, you have gained a little bit more understanding about this topic of oversharing, cybersecurity, and so on, right?
Yes.
Of course, obviously. Then by doing this, by having this discussion and having me sharing my opinions and you sharing your opinions as well, and having this recorded and posted on YouTube, then it will be beneficial for the viewers as well. When it comes to viewers, our main target is obviously students in UPTM, right? Students in general and so on. So of course, they are being given a clear pathway on understanding this topic just by watching our mini little podcast here. So I think it's good. It's beneficial to you guys and to the viewers as well. And in fact, to me as well, as I could refresh back all the things that I've learned these past years.
I think like if they watch this podcast
Mm.
and see what are we discuss with like, oversharing policy, I think all of the students or the audience of it, they can have like general knowledge at least the
Mm.
basics.
Mm.
So I think even though they know like say already mentioned, they can search it in internet and so on, and like they could also have this conversation in their class. Lecture. But yeah, watching this actually give them like a different kind of perspective from the point of view of kids.
Yes, true. And they should be afraid as well. They should be afraid of what might happen if they post the wrong things, right? That is what we want to see. Not be afraid like, oh takutnya, but it's more of a awareness. Alright, if I were to post this, is it going to be okay? Because nowadays, I noticed compared to when I was at my peak years ago, nowadays it's all about views.
Quality.
Yes, exactly. Publicity, good publicity, bad publicity, it's still publicity.
Yes.
That is the mindset of people nowadays, especially the younger generation. So they overshare, they spill the tea. If I may add about spilling the tea, the culture that the Gen Zs are so familiar with, so into with. I don't.
Is it the way that they told the public about their
Yeah, about something kan.
yeah, speak.
Kan spill the tea kan. Okay, I have a tea to spill, guys. Okay, I don't really agree with this culture. Okay, because why? First, you are promoting oversharing, right? But here the problem is you are not doing it yourself. Other people is doing it for you. You tell teas about other people. Now imagine what if you were in their shoes, kan? Betul tak? If I were to spell some T's about Zira or Afka, then how would they feel? Then imagine one day if that were to happen to me, kan? So this, at the end of the day, it relates back to our topic, oversharing. Everyone wants to feel validated. If you spill the tea about someone, oh, you akan rasa macam, oh, people would really, betul ke? You want to feel that self-worth and validation. Exactly, attention. Yes, that's the key word.
the attention until to the part they are willing to post about they being dead.
Yeah, just recently, right, about Prince Said though.
Prince Shade.
Said, I'm not sure.
That history.
I couldn't fathom the fact that why would someone would do that, to fake your own death. What do they get out of that? Just to get publicity, just to get famous,
to be irrelevant again.
to be relevant again. To what point? To what for? Okay, that's the thing. At the end of the day, they want to chase for clout. They want to
Yes,
get
true.
the highest numbers. Because why? They are businessmen, businesswomen. They want to sell their products. So one of the reasons, if you look at my social media, you notice that I'm no longer as active as before, because in a way I'm kind of sick of looking at this behavior, this environment. So it makes me sick. So that's why I'm taking a step back from
Yeah,
social media.
this is already come out of hand already.
Exactly.
It's a
It's
bit
too
too much.
much. Exactly. We said the same thing at the same time. Too much.
Okay, and let's move on to our last session, which
Mm-hmm.
is reflection and key takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
Already close to our endings. As we approach the conclusion of this session, what key message would you like students to remember before starting to share their personal content online?
Okay. All right. When you guys hear what we are discussing in this podcast, one thing that I want you guys to remember is don't be afraid to express your creativity. Don't be afraid to express yourself. When I first started, that is what my intention was, to find an outlet to be creative, to express myself. So I did all those stuff that I did on social media. I did parodies and so on. Don't be afraid to do that, but always put in mind and always have a clear intention why you do those kind of things. Is it just to get famous quickly? Is it because of money? Or is it because you want to entertain people?
There's always a reason.
There's always a reason. And in my case, always put something positive behind it. Like for myself, I like to entertain people, and that's why I did all those stuff. And the money and the career came later on. Right? So if you were to post something on social media, have good and clear intention about why you want to post the stuff. Is it because you feel like doing it, or is it like you want to harm somebody? If it's going towards the negative side, don't do it. All right. If you are unsure, like I said, use your gatekeepers. Ask your friends, ask your family.
Yes.
All right. That's the first thing. Now, second thing, like we have been discussing, social media is permanent. All right. Don't think that, oh, I am okay now. I'll be okay in 20 years' time. You have to remember that whatever things that you did will follow you. When you are working later on, all right, your future employers, they will check your social media. In fact, nowadays, if you were to travel abroad, if you were to apply for visa to certain countries, they will ask for your social media accounts to see whether you have posted anything bad or negative. Right? So imagine if you have done something terrible back in the days, it's going to follow you forever. It's going to make your life hard and difficult. All right. So always think about the future as well. Right. So apart from that, always use social media as as best as possible. Use it for communication, to socialize, to find information, and so on. But to spread good things, and always think at the back of your mind. Do not overshare and do not overstep your boundaries.
So that is such a wonderful message from you, sir. To youngsters out there, I believe it will be so much beneficial for them. So, sir, before we wrap up this session, this will be our final question for you today. What do you hope listeners will get from this Sulam session on oversharing and privacy?
I hope that they would be more enlightened. They would open their eyes, because I'm not just speaking based from things I learned from textbooks. This is from my own experience.
Life
Yeah,
experience.
my real life experience. I've been in this industry for the past 11 years. Okay. So whatever things that I mentioned to you guys, I've been through that. I've been through ups and downs of social media. I've quit social media. I have my account hacked and removed. I've gotten back my account. I've achieved a lot, and I've been in the lowest peak of social media. I've been through everything. All right. So take whatever that you have learned from our little session, and I hope that you open your mind and be a little bit more educated in this topic of oversharing. increase your digital literacy. Okay, don't just look at technology as it is, but think about what good it can bring you, and what negative effect that it also possess. Other than that, go out and express yourself. So,
On that note, we officially conclude our session today. We hope this discussion has been beneficial and meaningful to all. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our sincere appreciation to Sir Muhammad Nasrul Faiz bin Abu Azad for his insightful contributions.
all right, thank you for having me as well, and I wish you guys all the best, and semoga dapat banyak views for this
Amin.
podcast.
We also want to thank our listeners for participating in this Sulam initiative. May this session encourage of reflection and responsible digital encouragement.
Thank you.
Thank you.